Okay, so I want to talk about a new ICO that just ended. It is called Cobinhood. It's a zero-fee exchange, and I think it's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be I think people are going to flock to it. I think it's going to be amazing. The Popo Chen, the one that's in charge, that's CEO of 17 in Taiwan, is a superstar. And you can't go wrong with this. That being said, it's also a double-edged sword, and I'm going to explain why. I have really nothing negative to say about it. It's all positive, but I just want you to understand, and I want you to be careful with what they have to offer, because it is a zero-fee exchange. Okay, there are no fees, in and out, whatever. How many times you sell doesn't make a difference. How many times you buy. Whatever it is, there's zero fees. That's his thing. There's zero fees. The ICO just ended. I believe it's a little less than the ICO price. I'm not sure. It's 942 on market cap, but don't even worry about that on the rank. So this is it right here. This is Cobinhood. Zero fee trading, completely zero fees. The ICO just ended. They're going to be launching their exchange sometime in November. I'm not sure what day. They haven't told us exactly, but it's going to happen in November. It's going to originally start out as a centralized exchange, then they're going to work out, and then they're going to be decentralized at some point. And they have that in their roadmap, in their white paper. If you want, you know what? Let's watch a video real quick so you get a little idea if you haven't seen it yet.
Cobinhood, a zero transaction fee cryptocurrency exchange. Cryptocurrency traders are being robbed. This is the best way to describe what cryptocurrency traders are facing today. Existing cryptocurrency exchanges are charging high transaction fees with low quality service. Many cryptocurrency traders could have made a fortune but are unable to do so because of unexpected exchange downtime, high trading latency, or even worse, security breaches by hackers. Cobinhood is the world's first zero-transaction fee cryptocurrency exchange with an aim to maximize profit for traders around the globe. Moreover, Cobinhood features a state-of-the-art order book matching engine, which is capable of processing more than 1 million orders per second with sub-millisecond latency. Cobinhood has built an ultra-secure firewall to keep hackers out. Cobinhood's cold storage vault requires 5 out of 8 hardware security modules to open. Since those 8 HSMs are geographically distributed around the globe, there is absolutely zero chance for hackers to break in. Also, all cryptocurrency deposits at Cobinhood are insured. Cobinhood is a cryptocurrency exchange dedicated to providing a zero-transaction fee trading platform with high security and high quality of service for traders across the globe. Download our white paper and join our ICO today.
Okay, so the ICO is over. That's fine. I just wanted you guys to see a little bit about the company and what they have to offer if you haven't seen it yet. So zero trading fees. They're going to make sure the assets are secured off in a cold storage, which is fantastic. I believe they're going to offer some type of insurance as well. High performance, fast. ICO underwriting. So, which is fantastic because we don't need the fucking government coming in here and saying, this is nice, this is security, this is what you got to do with this is what you got to do with that. We have the private sector. The private sector will always do a better job than the public sector. Always. They're more efficient. There's competition. And the competition keeps you honest. What's wonderful about this is that if an ICO is going to be on here and they're underwriting it, you are going to know 100% for a fact that you're getting into a quality company and it's not a scam. And these coins, company, whatever you want to call it, they're companies. These are the companies of the future. I mean, they could have a coin. Each one of these companies have their own coin. But what we're looking at now is literally the companies of the future. Now, Cobinhood, whatever you want to say, is going to be unbelievable. And the reason why I say that it's a double-edged sword, and they didn't mention it in this video, at least I don't believe they did, is the margin that they're offering. Now, margin's a good thing, and margin is also a very dangerous thing if you don't know what you're doing. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. when I first got involved in this market, and I don't mean cryptocurrency, I mean the market and trading and all of that. It was stocks, and didn't know much about crypto. So at that time, I saw these penny stocks, and I saw, holy shit, look how much people are making in penny stocks. And I was looking at Tim Sykes, and I was looking at all these jerk-offs out there claiming that you can make all this ridiculous money, from nothing. And what I did was I took a good chunk of money, about 50K, and I got into the market, and I'll never forget the day. The stock that I had got into was Vigil, VGGL. It's not even around anymore because it was a goddamn pump and dump. I didn't even know the term pump and dump at the time. That's how stupid I was. I got into a market with 50K, and I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. And I'm sure, I can guarantee you, there are tons of people out there, because it's so easy and there's zero barrier to entry with getting in. There's no pattern day trading. You don't have to have $25,000. You can get in this with $10, $100, doesn't make a difference. And you could buy a fraction, with these coins, unlike a stock where you have to buy an entire share. So it's a completely different game. But anyway, I got into this stock, and the day that I got in, I was on. What was I on? I was on TD Ameritrade, right? And it has this great system called Thinkorswim. So this thing was going parabolic. I didn't even know what that term meant at the time, parabolic. It was shooting up into the sky. And I took my entire 50K and I got in it. And I literally just about doubled my money in a couple of minutes. I was blown away. I was like, holy shit, this is the easiest thing in the world. This is amazing. I just doubled my money. I mean, a real estate commission is, anywhere from 15 to 50,000 or 60,000, depending on what it is. But, it takes me 6 months or whatever to get a commission on on a house, or, whatever it is, but you haven't stacked up. But anyway, I made that quickly, so fast. I was blown away, absolutely blown away. So I watched this, I sold it, boom, I was good to go. And it was still going up. I was like, holy shit, this thing is going up. This thing's going, forget it, who knows how high this thing can go. So I got back in. And I didn't just get back in with the money that I made. I didn't get back in with what I made with my ROI, with my quick ROI. I got back in with all my money. All of it. Stupid as shit, I know. Yes, I agree with you 100% if that's what you're saying to yourself right now. But at the time, I didn't know, right? So this thing's shooting up into the air, and I'm watching it still go. And then before I could even hit the sell button, bam! This thing came down. It took a while to go up, but when it came down like a rock. I lost almost all of my money. I made a ton of money quickly, and stupidly, I put all my money back in, and I lost it all in a matter of seconds. Pump and dump. And you know what? They happen all the time. Pump and dumps happen in crypto. I mean, look at that chain crap that they had out there. I feel so bad for that. And the people that promoted that, they should be shot. There's a few out there that I don't want to get into in another video. But what I want you to understand is that, I didn't know anything about the market, and I got in with too much money. What you want to do in this market or with anything, the first thought on your mind is preservation of your capital. Period. Preservation of your capital. You don't get into a trade thinking about how much you can gain. You get into a trade thinking about how much you can lose. You get into a trade thinking about how much you can lose, risk versus reward, you will do okay. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to do okay right away. You may have some luck here and there, but you should really, before you get into trading, you should take 2 years. I know that's a long time and you think that you're going to miss out. There's a FOMO and all this and that, but you really should, if you want to really make money, you got to take your time. and you got to learn this market. Now, the reason why I want to talk about the double-edged sword with Cobinhood, as great as it is because they offer margin. Can you imagine if I was using margin? I don't know if you know what margin is, but margin is, let's say you have $1,000. They give you whatever, 10 times margin. I think Cobinhood is 10 times margin. They give you 10 times margin. You're able to take that $1,000, and now you have $10,000 to play with. Now that, for a lot of people, is going to be very addicting. Don't get me wrong. I mean, listen, you can make a lot of money in crypto, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is gambling. Day trading is gambling. Swinging, less so, but still gambling. Buying and holding, not gambling. You know, because if you get into something that's fundamentally sound, you're going to win in the end. Whether it goes down, whether it goes up, whether it goes sideways, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, look at Bitcoin. It's got over 50% dominance in the market. You put your money in there and forget about it and walk away. Litecoin, come on. Just look at fundamentals. So they're offering this margin. Now, it's going to be very tempting for people that have very little money to get into this and say, oh, I got $100, but now I got $1,000. You know, it's going to be very tempting for them to look at this and say, wow, I can make a lot of money. If you get into this and you use margin, you will blow up your account. And I don't mean blow it up like, oh shit, I'm fucking driving a Lambo. No, I mean blow it up. I mean you'll lose all your money. You will literally lose all your money. So I want you to be careful. That's all. You know, take a look at the exchange. It's a wonderful exchange. I was looking at this. You know, you're not going to use this chart, the 30 to 50. I mean, I always go on higher time frames. I mean, lower time frames, not higher time frames. When I'm trading, as an example, the other day, Bitcoin went down to like 51, and I didn't day trade that. I went to sleep. I set my order. I do limits. And what's great about this is you have, you know, don't use a market order. There's really no reason to use a market order because you're always going to get more when you set your limit. And there's no, I mean, if something's shooting up parabolically and you're going to set a market, I would wait for it to come down because it's always going to come down. Whatever goes up comes down. Just like the lesson I learned with VGGL. I never lost that money again. I can tell you that right now. So limit is the way to go. What's really cool, and this is just a demo. Nothing's working in here. Is they have stop orders. You always want to use stops. You always want to use stops. If you get stopped out, fuck it, who cares? You didn't lose your money. You always want to use stops. It's important to use stops. What's cool about this is they're eventually going to have, and I'm almost 100% positive in one of the interviews that Bite Size did with Popo, he was talking about having shorting, the ability to short. I believe that. I can't remember. He did a few interviews. So you'll be able to short with this, which is great. But somebody's always going to lose. You know, when you sell up here, somebody's buying up here. You know, I mean, this really isn't a good example because this actually went and kind of went sideways and then went up again. But like here, you know, when you sell here, someone's buying here. Someone's always going to win and someone's always going to lose. So I want you to understand that. Now, with this one in particular, it's a really great system. Just be careful with the margin. That's what I want you to do. Be careful with the margin. Use limit orders. Like the other day here. Here was, what was it here? Bitcoin went down to about 51, right? I set my order for 51 and it filled. And it was, I just had a feeling it was coming down. I was looking at it, you know, and I was able to time it and get it right. But I was asleep when my order filled. I had no idea. You know, if you go look at the chart here, you know, I use Heikin-Ashi candles. I can get into that in another video. You want to look it up, Heikin-Ashi. It allows you to stay in the trade longer. And you just got the high, the low, the close. It puts it all together and averages it for you. And I use the cloud because it's virtually idiot proof. So when I got in right at about here. And I got this on a lower time frame, right? So I looked at this on the 1 day and I looked at this on the 4 hour, And I thought to myself, okay, 5,100 is a good entry. And it went down to, what did it go down to? It went down to 5,110, and I still got filled. So, and then, now we see it went all the way up to, from that point, it went up to 61. I'm still holding. I mean, who knows? We could still come back down, but I'm still holding. I got back in. But I used a higher time frame. So I want you guys to learn and understand about margin. It's important. Don't use it. Unless you really know what you're doing, please don't use it. You're going to wind up in trouble. I want to do another video with a couple other channels that will help you guys out. But this is going to be a really great, this is going to be killer. This is going to be, everyone's going to flock to this with zero fees. Just don't get addicted to the margin and you'll be okay. You're not going to miss out. Forget about this FOMO bullshit. You're not going to miss out. This market's going to go up. The market's going to go down. You're going to have red days. You're going to have green days. Everything's going to go, but at some point, things are going to come back down again. So you're always going to have an opportunity to get back in at some point, and you're not going to worry about it. So if you have any questions about Cobinhood or whatever, feel free to leave any comments in the description. I'll answer any questions that I can. If I can't answer them, I'll point you in the right direction. But just preserve your capital. If that's, the one message that I can give you guys is preserve your capital. All right? Go look out there.